Hi, my name is Anumit, and I had my first experience with distance healing in the end of December 2014 when I had met with a very severe accident. I had fractured my nose in 4 different places. I had a fractured collarbone and my tongue got severed from its base. And I couldn't walk around anywhere for a month. All I could do is get up and eat somehow and then lie down again. So this was the time when Ashwin started sending me healing from a distance. I was in Pune, he was in the city of Mysore. In 1 month, I was back to practicing yoga asanas. I was back to traveling throughout the entire South India, and within a space of 45 days, I came back to Pune and I started taking martial art classes. And within the next 3 months, I also went to Bali. I trained in a professional mixed martial arts camp. So I can say this distance healing actually works. It works all the way till your deepest being.
Hi, I'm Jusha Dekhe, and I've been working as a yoga therapist since 2012. Um, I've been learning yoga and martial arts from Ashwin for last 6 months, and during that uh, period of time, I've been able to get rid of almost all the chronic illnesses, and also all the emotional conflicts. So this is my first experience with distance healing, and right now I'm at the Koregaon Park Center of Personal Healing Institute to receive distance healing from Ashwin, who is in Salisbury Park.
Right now I have stiff back muscle. It's a bit inflamed and it's causing stiffness throughout my back, and also a couple of injuries in the wrist or the elbow as well.
I am currently suffering from stiff back because of tremendous sparring yesterday, and I have low back pain due to my fused lumbar, which is a hereditary problem. Also, due to being an athlete for past 10 years, my ankles have been injured multiple times, and yeah, I carry a bit of injuries here and there.
There's energy which is required for the mind, because now if this is the mind, something has to come into the mind and something has to go out of the mind as an action, and it has to also travel inside the mind and then go out. What is that thing? That thing is energy. So with the intent to look at itself, to become aware of itself, the universe has created by default the mind and energy. When it comes in, it is intent. You see, it's coming with a certain force, this energy. Its energy has into it already coded some laws by which it works. Gravity works by some laws, or light works by some laws. So it's following these laws and moving through the fabric of time and space. Almost infinite energy exists in the universe. So I send the energy, I or any of the Nath healers send energy using the Sri Chakra for each client or each patient, and we are putting in an intent, a very solid intent for their healing, and we do this every day, and we do this for as long as they need, depending on the severity of the problem. I have had success with so many patients upon whom the doctors had given up. Remember, this does not work for acute cases. It cannot cure a broken bone instantly or something. That still requires you to go to a hospital. Or if you get viral or bacterial infection, it can't cure you. You need to take your antibiotics and whatever other medicines that you need to have. But this works in tandem with it, and the healing becomes so much faster that it astounds the doctors as well. So when I got chickenpox as an adult, I missed that bus when I was a kid. It got cured in 4 days instead of the usual 21 days. But it didn't mean that I didn't get eruptions, but it left no marks on my body. As, there was no pain and there was no itching as well. I've heard that itching is a very severe symptom when I had chickenpox, but since I started to heal myself, I didn't have any itching at all. So there are many cases like this where we worked on. I've worked on a coma patient, and the next day she came back and had breakfast. She came out of the coma. There have been many such recoveries which we would term miraculous, but I would term alignment of intent. When the person has had enough, I am aligning another intent and sending support for their own intentions. I cannot cure someone who does not intend to get well. That's not possible. None of us can, none of the Nath Yogis can. For all the fantastic powers that we have, this is something we cannot do. We cannot violate someone's consent. And that's exactly what it is. If a person doesn't consent to getting well, they cannot be cured. Even by doctors, because the body is their kingdom, their domain. They can control everything in the body. This is how it works. Now I'm going to send healing to 3 people whose intent I am clear about that they want to heal. Tusha, Saurabh and Ashwin. So there's a spectrum of healing. Everybody is on the spectrum. From the most sick to the healthiest person. Most of humanity is caught up, about 50% is caught up with 2 disempowering ideas. One is that the world is hostile and that people around us are unreliable and irrational, and such ideas. That's number one. And the second idea is that I keep failing, therefore I must be not good enough. Well, if you're caught up with these ideas and you absolutely believe them to be true and you don't want to change them, then you belong to 50% of humanity. But that's okay. They can't be healed, and they're not even looking for healing, so it's not yet there. Another 30% of humanity is now got tired from, obviously, when you believe that you're vulnerable like that, you will be most defensive. And that takes a lot of energy out of you, and you get very tired. So much action and no result. So when that happens, you get tired of suffering. This is called suffering. So all sadness, all suffering is because of this one thing, that we put in some investment and we're not getting the returns. Alright? the energy exchange has not happened properly. The amount of energy going out is more than the amount of energy coming in. This harms the system, this harms us. So can these 30% of people who are tired of suffering be healed? Yes, certainly. They can easily be healed. Now there's another 15% who have also removed all inhibitions from being healed. They have suffered so much because when the suffering person is comfortable with suffering and then goes shopping for the healing, they keep scratching the wound and they don't heal that fast. These 30% of people may not have the discipline to do that, which is why we give them support, we give them all sorts of support, but they can be healed. And there's 15% who don't even need that support, they just need the ideas and they heal. And 5% of humanity are healed people. They have all started from suffering and all come up.
I'm feeling pretty good, different after the healing session.
Now after the session, I'm actually feeling so fresh.
I feel great after the session.
My whole body got into a wave of deep relaxation.
I could feel my body loosen up quite a bit, sinking into the ground.
My wrist feels great. My elbow is much better now.
Felt like I've slept for 8 hours. It's amazing.
Life itself comes without an instruction manual, and only in each moment can we know what we have to do next. There's no other way to know this. I never plan my day in advance, neither do I retain too many memories from the past. I'm just here, in this moment, a little bit in front, I know, the next few hours, and a few hours behind me, I know. I don't need to retain more than that information. The rest of it is on a need basis as sensed. That's how you don't do extra actions.
Yeah, waves of relaxation.
Yeah.
I was feeling like waves of relaxation all over my body.
Yeah, same here. And it was, you couldn't feel the difference between, you didn't know if you were thinking or you were dreaming.
Yeah,
You were like,
exactly.
are these my thoughts or am I actually dreaming? Like, what is happening over here?
Yeah, at that point, like, even if I wanted to move my limbs, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's not happening. It's let go completely.
It felt like they were heavy and like I couldn't control them.
Yeah.
I just like, my eyes were open but I couldn't.
Limbs couldn't move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as if you completely melted into the.
Yeah.
So this is the spectrum of healing. If you fall on the 30% to the 15%, then you're good. You can be healed and there will not be any problem. But if you're in the 50%, you'll only come to a healer because other people are pushing you. Somebody bringing someone else to us is something we don't do. If a person comes voluntarily to us, they're in the 30% and we can help them after having suffered enough. I would encourage people who have had enough, who have been suffering for a while, to contact us and get healed.